Being a man is not about asserting dominance or flaunting power, it's about embodying responsibility, purpose, and integrity. To truly be a man is to rise above mediocrity and embrace the challenges that life throws at you, not to avoid them, but to face them head on. The cornerstone of manhood is responsibility. Life is not fair, but that does not absolve you of the duty to stand up and carry your load. The burdens you choose to bear define you. Take on the weight of your family, your career, your community. When you shoulder responsibility willingly, it transforms you. It makes you stronger, more capable, and deeply fulfilled. Is another pillar of manhood. You will fail. You will face rejection, heartbreak, and disappointment. But failure is not the end, it is the beginning of growth. A man learns to rise every time he falls. He does not shrink from difficulty, but uses it as a forge to temper his character. Competence and confidence go hand in hand. Competence is the result of discipline, learning, and practice. Confidence is not arrogance but the quiet assurance that you are prepared to meet life's demands. When you develop skills, knowledge, and discipline, you become a person others can rely on, and this creates a sense of self-respect that no one can take away. Strength, however, is incomplete without compassion. A true man does not use his strength to dominate, but to protect and uplift others. Be courageous in the face of fear, but temper that courage with kindness. The world is not changed by brute force but by men who have the strength to stand for what is right while extending a hand to those in need. Finally, live with purpose. Aim at something higher than yourself, whether it's your family, your work, or a cause you believe in. Purpose gives your life direction. It allows you to endure suffering with dignity and to strive for greatness even when the odds are against you. So, be a man, and not because the world demands it, but because the world needs it. Step into your responsibilities, face your fears, build your competence, and act with compassion. In doing so, you will not only become the man you are meant to be, but you will inspire others to do the same. To understand what it truly means to be a man, we must move beyond the simplistic and often misguided stereotypes that have persisted throughout history. Being a man is not merely about physical prowess, stoic emotional restraint, or an unyielding fight. Section 8 of Toughness. Instead, it is about cultivating a deeper sense of self-awareness, integrity, and purpose. At its core, being a man involves embodying principles and values that not only shape one's own character but also positively influence the lives of those around him. A man is defined by the substance of his actions, not the superficiality of his appearance. Society often conflates masculinity with strength or dominance, creating a skewed perception of what it means to be a man. Strength, in its most authentic form, is not about overpowering others but about harnessing one's inner fortitude to face life's challenges with courage and determination. Similarly, dominance is not about control or subjugation but about leadership rooted in service, fairness, and respect for others. True manhood requires a rejection of shallow definitions and an embrace of a deeper understanding of self and purpose. At the heart of being a man lies the principle of responsibility. To be a man is to accept the reality of one's circumstances and to actively work toward improving them. This responsibility is not confined to personal success, it extends to the well-being of one's family, community, and the larger world. A man does not wait for ideal conditions to take action. He does not shy away from the burdens of life. Instead, he acknowledges that his role is to confront those burdens, to carry them with dignity, and to find meaning in doing so. Responsibility becomes a defining feature of manhood because it is through responsibility that men derive a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Integrity is another cornerstone of what it means to be a man. A man who lacks integrity cannot truly lead, inspire, or build meaningful relationships. Integrity involves aligning one's actions with a consistent set of principles and values, even when it is inconvenient or difficult to do so. It means being honest, not only with others but also with oneself. Integrity is not an innate trait, it is cultivated through choices made in moments of moral uncertainty. A man of integrity holds himself accountable for his actions and decisions. He does not seek to blame others or evade responsibility but stands firmly by his convictions, even when they are tested. This steadfastness in character earns respect and fosters trust, both of which are crucial in any relationship or community. A crucial aspect of being a man is self-awareness. Self-awareness allows a man to understand his strengths, weaknesses, emotions, and motivations. It is not a sign of weakness to reflect on one's actions or to acknowledge areas that need improvement. On the contrary, such introspection is a mark of maturity and wisdom. A man who is self-aware is better equipped to manage his emotions and respond to situations with clarity and purpose. He understands that his actions have consequences, not only for himself but for others as well. This awareness fosters humility, which is an essential trait for personal growth and meaningful relationships. Another dimension of being a man is the ability to create and uphold a vision for one's life. A man who lacks direction is like a ship adrift at sea. Vision gives life meaning and helps guide one's choices and actions. It requires foresight, determination, and the ability to make sacrifices in the present for the sake of a greater future. Vision is not limited to grand ambitions. It can be as simple as striving to be a reliable father, a supportive partner, or a dependable friend. What matters is the commitment to pursue that vision with unwavering dedication. A man with vision inspires those around him to aim higher and achieve more, creating a ripple effect of growth and positivity. Being a man involves striking a balance between strength and vulnerability. Strength is often lauded as a quintessential masculine trait, but it must be paired with the courage to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is not about weakness or helplessness, it is about being authentic and open. A man who can express his fears, doubts, and emotions without shame demonstrates true strength because he is not confined by the need to uphold a false image. By embracing vulnerability, a man fosters deeper connections with others and encourages an environment of understanding and empathy. To be a man is to strive for excellence, not perfection. It is about progress, not the absence of failure. A man accepts that he is a work in progress, constantly evolving and growing through the experiences and lessons life offers. He does not compare himself to others but focuses on becoming the best version of himself. By doing so, he not only enriches his own life but also sets an example for others to follow. In essence, being a man is about embodying responsibility, integrity, self-awareness, vision, and balance. It is a lifelong journey of growth, learning, and striving toward a life of purpose and meaning. A man's worth is not measured by how much he possesses or how much power he wields but by the depth of his character and the positive impact he has on the world around him, is the foundation upon which true manhood is built. It is the bedrock that enables growth, fosters integrity, and shapes character. Far from being a burden, responsibility is a privilege, a transformative force that not only challenges a man but also allows him to rise above the ordinary and step into a life of meaning. Responsibility demands much of a man. It requires self-discipline, accountability, and the courage to confront life's difficulties. It is the path through which a man finds his purpose and builds a legacy that extends beyond his own existence. In today's world, we often hear of individuals seeking personal freedom and autonomy above all else. The pursuit of independence is, without a doubt, an essential part of life. However, true independence is not about doing whatever one pleases without regard for others. It is about having the ability to make decisions that reflect a deep sense of responsibility, not just to oneself but to the broader context of relationships, communities, and society. A man who shirks responsibility, who avoids the consequences of his actions or the weight of his obligations, forfeits the very essence of manhood. Avoiding responsibility may offer short-term comfort, but it leads to long-term dissatisfaction, lack of direction, and an absence of fulfillment. Taking on responsibility is not merely an external act but an internal shift in mindset. It means moving away from the mentality of victimhood and adopting the understanding that you have the power to shape your life and circumstances. Rather than blaming the world or others for your struggles, Responsibility teaches you to take ownership of your actions and decisions. It compels you to ask yourself, what can I do to improve this situation? What role did I play in this outcome? How can I be better moving forward? These questions are crucial because they force you to confront reality and take action, rather than remaining passive or reactive. A man who understands responsibility does not wait for opportunities to come to him. He creates his own opportunities through effort, perseverance, and determination. Responsibility involves taking ownership of your personal development. Growth does not happen by accident. It happens when a man intentionally commits to becoming better each day. This means acknowledging weaknesses, seeking self-improvement, and pushing through discomfort. Growth is not always easy, and it certainly isn't convenient, but it is always necessary. A responsible man knows that progress comes through effort, whether it is in physical health, mental clarity, career success, or emotional maturity. He understands that improvement is a lifelong process, and the discipline to continue working toward betterment is one of the most powerful aspects of manhood. When a man takes on responsibility, he becomes a stabilizing force for others. Leadership is, at its core, the ability to carry the burdens of those around you while guiding them toward a better future. Responsibility, therefore, extends beyond personal growth. It is about providing for and protecting others. A man must take responsibility for his family, his community, and his work, leading with wisdom, compassion, and strength. This doesn't mean controlling others or imposing your will, but instead, being someone others can count on. It means standing firm when others may falter and offering support when others are in need. A responsible man leads by example, showing that it is possible to be both strong and compassionate, disciplined and empathetic. His actions inspire others to follow suit, creating a ripple effect of responsibility that extends throughout his circle of influence. In the context of relationships, responsibility means being dependable and trustworthy. It is easy to say that you love someone or care about them, but the true measure of love and care is found in the willingness to take responsibility for their well-being, just as you do for your own. A man who is truly responsible does not abandon or neglect those who rely on him, whether it is as a father, husband, friend, or colleague. The responsible man steps up to fulfill his obligations. This means putting in the effort to maintain healthy, meaningful relationships, and being there in times of need. It is not about perfection or always having the right answers, but about showing up consistently and being present for others. Responsibility also calls for sacrifice. A man who embraces responsibility understands that he may have to forego personal desires and convenience for the sake of something greater. This sacrifice might mean working long hours to provide for his family, putting aside personal time to support a friend in need, or making decisions that benefit the collective good rather than just individual gain. These sacrifices are not burdens, they are opportunities to prove one's strength, character, and commitment to what matters most. A man who avoids sacrifice, who continually seeks comfort and ease, will find his life shallow and ultimately unsatisfying. True fulfillment comes from giving, from contributing to others and society, and from taking responsibility for those contributions. The power of responsibility lies in its ability to forge a meaningful life. A man who takes on responsibility does not live aimlessly, he lives with intention. He understands that life is full of challenges, but it is through overcoming those challenges that he finds purpose. This purpose is not always grand or glamorous. Sometimes it is simply about showing up, doing the hard work, and making the world around you a little bit better than it was the day before. Responsibility provides a framework within which a man can align his actions with his values, creating a life that is both rewarding and impactful. In the end, responsibility is not just a set of duties to be checked off a list, it is a mindset that defines who you are and who you strive to become. It is the key to building self-respect, earning the respect of others, and living a life that is meaningful. A man who embraces responsibility grows in strength, influence, and wisdom. He rises above the fleeting pleasures of instant gratification and chooses a path that leads to a legacy of integrity, service, and positive impact. The true measure of a man is not how much he takes from the world, but how much he is willing to give or how much he is willing to take responsibility for. Resilience is one of the most vital qualities a man can cultivate, a defining characteristic that separates those who merely survive from those who thrive. It is the ability to endure adversity, adapt to change, and emerge stronger from the challenges life inevitably presents. Resilience is not an innate trait, but a skill developed through experience, effort, and an intentional mindset. It is the willingness to face hardship, confront failure, and continue moving forward even when the path seems insurmountable. For a man, resilience is not just a defense mechanism, it is a tool for growth and a cornerstone of character. Life is inherently unpredictable. No one is immune to setbacks, losses, or failures. The question is not whether you will encounter difficulty but how you will respond to it when it arrives. A resilient man does not crumble under pressure or retreat in the face of challenges. Instead, he acknowledges the reality of the situation, assesses his options, and takes decisive action to navigate through it. This mindset requires courage, determination, and a refusal to succumb to despair. Resilience teaches a man to see obstacles not as insurmountable barriers but as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Is an inevitable part of life, and resilience is what allows a man to learn from his failures rather than be defeated by them. Too often, failure is viewed as a source of shame or evidence of inadequacy. However, the truth is that failure is a natural and necessary part of the journey towards success. It is through failure that a man gains the insight and experience needed to improve and refine his approach. Resilience enables a man to extract lessons from failure, to understand what went wrong, and to apply that understanding to future endeavors. A resilient man does not dwell on his mistakes or allow them to define him. Instead, he uses them as stepping stones toward greater achievement. Resilience also requires the ability to endure discomfort and uncertainty. In a world that often prioritizes instant gratification and ease, the ability to persist through difficulty has become increasingly rare. However, it is precisely during times of struggle that resilience is forged. A man who avoids discomfort or seeks to escape hardship will never realize his full potential. Resilience demands that you face your fears, confront your pain, and push through the discomfort to reach the other side. It is not about ignoring emotions or pretending that challenges do not hurt you. It is about acknowledging the difficulty while choosing to move forward despite it. Building resilience involves developing a sense of purpose and direction. A man with a clear purpose is better equipped to weather the storms of life because he understands that the difficulties he faces are part of a larger journey. Purpose provides context to struggle. It transforms adversity from a random and meaningless experience into a necessary step toward growth. When a man has a sense of direction, he can endure setbacks without losing sight of where he is going. He understands that every challenge he overcomes brings him closer to his goals and strengthens his character along the way. Resilience is also closely tied to adaptability. Life rarely unfolds according to plan, and the ability to adjust to changing circumstances is crucial for long-term success. A resilient man does not rigidly cling to his expectations or become paralyzed when things go awry. Instead, he adapts to new realities and finds ways to move forward. This flexibility does not mean abandoning principles or giving up on goals. It means being creative and resourceful in finding solutions. Resilience teaches a man to pivot when necessary, to remain open to new possibilities, and to turn challenges into opportunities for reinvention. Emotional regulation is another critical component of resilience. A man who is resilient does not allow his emotions to dictate his actions or cloud his judgment. This does not mean suppressing emotions but rather managing them in a healthy and constructive way. Resilience involves the ability to remain calm under pressure, to think clearly in the face of adversity, and to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Emotional regulation allows a man to maintain focus and composure, even in the most challenging circumstances. Support from others also plays a significant role in building resilience. While resilience is often viewed as an individual trait, no one succeeds entirely on their own. A resilient man understands the importance of seeking guidance, advice, and encouragement from those he trusts. He is not afraid to lean on others when needed, recognizing that strength is not diminished by asking for help. In fact, resilience is often strengthened through relationships, as the support and perspective of others provide the energy and motivation to keep going. At the same time, a resilient man also seeks to be a source of support for others, creating a network of mutual encouragement and strength. Ultimately, resilience is about perseverance and growth. It is the determination to keep going, even when the road is difficult and the outcome is uncertain. A resilient man does not give up on himself or his goals, no matter how daunting the challenges may seem. He understands that resilience is not about never falling, it is about always getting back up. Through resilience, a man not only survives the trials of life but thrives in the face of them, emerging stronger, wiser, and more capable with each challenge he overcomes. Resilience transforms adversity into opportunity and struggle into strength, making it one of the most powerful qualities a man can possess. Competence and confidence are deeply intertwined qualities that form the backbone of a man's ability to navigate life with purpose and effectiveness. These traits are not innate gifts bestowed upon a select few, they are cultivated through deliberate effort, disciplined practice, and a commitment to self-improvement. Together, competence and confidence empower a man to face challenges, make sound decisions, and lead with assurance, creating a foundation for both personal success and positive influence on others. Competence is the mastery of skills and knowledge that allows a man to handle the responsibilities and challenges that come his way. It is not about knowing everything but about knowing enough in key areas to act decisively and effectively. Competence requires effort, curiosity, and a willingness to learn. It is built through practice, repetition, and a readiness to engage with new and difficult tasks. A man becomes competent by pushing beyond his comfort zone, confronting his limitations, and persisting through failures until he achieves proficiency. Competence is not static, it evolves over time. Life is dynamic, and the skills required to succeed in one stage may not suffice in another. A competent man understands the importance of continuous learning. He seeks to improve his abilities, expand his knowledge, and adapt to changing circumstances. This ongoing process of growth ensures that he remains relevant and capable in a world that is constantly evolving. Competence also involves knowing when to seek help, delegate, or collaborate. No one can excel in every area, and recognizing one's strengths and weaknesses is a hallmark of true competence. Confidence, on the other hand, is the belief in one's ability to succeed. It is not arrogance or blind optimism but a grounded sense of self-assurance that comes from competence. Confidence allows a man to approach challenges with determination and to make decisions without undue hesitation. It provides the mental resilience needed to persevere when faced with adversity and to maintain focus in the face of uncertainty. A confident man does not fear failure because he understands that failure is a natural part of growth. Instead, he views setbacks as opportunities to learn and improve. Confidence is deeply rooted in action. It is not something that can be gained through passive reflection or wishful thinking, rather, it is built by taking risks, attempting new things, and proving to oneself that success is achievable. Every time a man steps outside his comfort zone and accomplishes something, no matter how small, his confidence grows. This positive feedback loop creates a sense of momentum that propels him toward greater achievements. Confidence is also reinforced by the knowledge that he has prepared diligently and mastered the necessary skills to handle the tasks at hand. The relationship between competence and confidence is symbiotic. Competence provides the foundation upon which confidence is built, while confidence motivates a man to continue developing his competence. Without competence, confidence becomes empty bravado, and without confidence, competence may remain unrealized potential. A balance of both ensures that a man is not only capable but also willing to act when the situation demands it. Developing competence and confidence requires a disciplined approach. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. A man must be willing to put in the time and effort to hone his abilities, even when the process is tedious or frustrating. This discipline involves setting clear objectives, creating a plan to achieve them, and following through with consistency. It also requires patience, as mastery takes time. A man who is disciplined in his pursuit of competence will find that his confidence grows naturally as a result. Competence and confidence also extend beyond individual achievement. They have a profound impact on a man's relationships and influence. A competent and confident man inspires trust and respect. Others look to him for guidance and support because they recognize his ability to handle challenges with poise and skill. This makes him an effective leader, whether in his family, workplace, or community. His confidence is not about asserting dominance but about creating a sense of stability and assurance that others can rely on. A man who embodies these qualities uplifts those around him, encouraging them to strive for their own growth and success. True competence and confidence are not about perfection. No one knows everything, and no one succeeds at everything they attempt. A man who is genuinely competent and confident understands this reality and embraces it. He is not paralyzed by the fear of failure because he knows that mistakes are part of the learning process. He is humble enough to admit when he does not have all the answers and secure enough to seek guidance or advice when needed. This humility does not diminish his confidence, rather, it enhances it by demonstrating his self-awareness and willingness to grow. In the end, competence and confidence are qualities that empower a man to lead a purposeful and fulfilling life. They enable him to take on challenges with courage, to make decisions with clarity, and to inspire others with his actions. These traits are not achieved overnight but are the result of consistent effort, self-reflection, and a commitment to improvement. A man who prioritizes competence and confidence builds a foundation of strength and stability that serves him well in all aspects of life. Through these qualities, he not only realizes his own potential but also becomes a source of encouragement and inspiration for those around him. Discipline is the cornerstone of personal development and the foundation upon which a meaningful and successful life is built. It is the ability to do what must be done, even when it is inconvenient, uncomfortable, or challenging. Discipline is not merely about adhering to rules or routines, it is about aligning your actions with your goals and values, consistently choosing long-term benefits over short-term pleasures. For a man striving to achieve greatness, discipline is the tool that transforms intention into reality and potential into achievement. At its core, discipline is the mastery of the self. It is about taking control of your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors rather than being ruled by impulses or external circumstances. Life is full of distractions and temptations that can lead you astray from your goals. Without discipline, it is easy to succumb to procrastination, complacency, or indulgence, all of which hinder progress. A disciplined man recognizes these challenges and develops the mental fortitude to resist them. He understands that success is not a matter of luck or talent alone but the result of consistent effort and deliberate action. Discipline begins with clarity of purpose. To be disciplined, a man must first know what he is working toward and why it matters. Clear goals provide direction and motivation, serving as a compass to guide actions and decisions. Without a clear sense of purpose, discipline becomes aimless and difficult to sustain. When a man understands the significance of his goals and the impact they will have on his life and others, he is more likely to remain committed, even in the face of adversity. Purpose gives discipline its meaning, transforming it from a mere exercise of willpower into a purposeful pursuit of something greater. Once purpose is established, discipline requires the creation of habits and routines that support your goals. Habits are the building blocks of discipline, automating behaviors so that they require less conscious effort. A disciplined man structures his life in a way that minimizes distractions and maximizes productivity. He identifies the actions necessary to achieve his goals and incorporates them into his daily routine, whether it is waking up early, exercising regularly, dedicating time to learning, or managing finances responsibly. Disciplined habits become second nature over time. These habits form a framework for success, allowing a man to stay on track even when motivation wanes. Also involves the ability to delay gratification. In a world that often prioritizes instant pleasure and convenience, The willingness to forego immediate rewards for long-term benefits is a rare but essential quality. A disciplined man understands that true success and fulfillment require sacrifice and patience. He resists the allure of shortcuts, quick fixes, or easy gains, knowing that they often lead to disappointment or mediocrity. Instead, he invests in the hard work and perseverance necessary to achieve lasting results. Delayed gratification is not about denying oneself entirely but about prioritizing what truly matters over fleeting desires. Another critical aspect of discipline is resilience. Discipline is not about perfection, it is about consistency and persistence. Even the most disciplined individuals face setbacks, failures, or moments of weakness. What sets them apart is their ability to recover quickly and recommit to their goals. A disciplined man does not allow one misstep to derail his progress or undermine his confidence. He views setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow, using them to strengthen his resolve. This resilience ensures that discipline remains steadfast, even in the face of challenges or disappointments. Also fosters self-respect and confidence. When a man consistently follows through on his commitments, he proves to himself that he is capable and reliable. This self-trust is invaluable, creating a sense of integrity and pride in one's actions. A disciplined man does not need external validation because he knows he has done what is necessary and right. This inner confidence radiates outward, influencing how others perceive and respond to him. Discipline, therefore, is not just about achieving external success but also about cultivating a strong and unwavering sense of self-worth. In relationships, discipline manifests as dependability and emotional maturity. A disciplined man honors his commitments to others, whether in his family, friendships, or professional life. He communicates clearly, follows through on promises, and acts with integrity. Emotional discipline allows him to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, fostering healthier and more meaningful connections. By exercising discipline in his interactions, a man creates trust and respect, strengthening the bonds that matter most. Is not a one-time effort, it is a lifelong practice. It requires constant self-awareness and adjustment, as life is full of unexpected changes and challenges. A disciplined man regularly evaluates his progress, reflects on his actions, and refines his approach to ensure that he remains aligned with his goals and values. This adaptability is crucial, as it allows discipline to evolve with the man, supporting his growth and development over time. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. It is the mechanism through which dreams are realized and potential is fulfilled. A disciplined man does not wait for inspiration or ideal circumstances to act. He creates his own momentum through consistent effort and determination. He understands that discipline is not about restricting freedom but about empowering himself to achieve greater heights. Through discipline, a man gains the strength to overcome obstacles, the clarity to make wise decisions, and the resilience to persevere through life's challenges. It is the foundation of a life well lived, a testament to the power of intention, effort, and unwavering commitment. R is the cornerstone of maturity, leadership, and purpose. For a man striving to lead a meaningful life, the willingness to take responsibility is not just an expectation but a necessity. Responsibility means owning your actions, decisions, and their consequences, as well as acknowledging your role in the lives of others. It is the act of stepping up to challenges rather than avoiding them, of contributing to solutions rather than blaming others for problems. Embracing responsibility is not a burden, it is a pathway to growth, fulfillment, and a sense of true accomplishment. At its essence, responsibility begins with self-accountability. A man must first take ownership of his own life via his thoughts, emotions, and actions. It is easy to point fingers at external circumstances or other people when things go wrong, but this approach only leads to stagnation. A responsible man recognizes that while he cannot control everything, he has agency over his responses and choices. He does not make excuses or dwell in victimhood. Instead, he asks himself what he can do to improve his situation or contribute to a better outcome. This mindset is empowering because it shifts focus from what is outside his control to what is within it. Also involves making decisions with integrity and foresight. Every choice a man makes has consequences, not only for himself but often for others as well. A responsible man considers these implications carefully. He does not act impulsively or selfishly but weighs his actions against his values and long-term goals. Responsibility requires discipline, as it often involves making difficult decisions or sacrifices in the present for the sake of future benefits. It also means being willing to stand by your decisions, even when they are unpopular or lead to criticism. A responsible man does not shy away from accountability, he accepts it as part of his role. Taking responsibility extends beyond personal actions to the relationships and communities a man is part of. As a father, partner, friend, or colleague, a man has a duty to contribute positively to the lives of those around him. This responsibility involves providing support, guidance, and care, as well as being reliable and trustworthy. A responsible man understands that his actions and attitudes influence others, and he strives to be a source of stability and encouragement. He does not seek to control or dominate but to uplift and inspire. By taking responsibility for his role in relationships, a man fosters trust, respect, and a sense of belonging. Responsibility also means facing challenges head-on. Life is full of obstacles, and it is tempting to avoid or ignore them in the hope that they will resolve themselves. However, this approach only leads to greater difficulties in the long run. A responsible man confronts problems directly, whether they are personal, professional, or societal. He does not wait for someone else to step in or hope for circumstances to change. Instead, he takes initiative, identifies what needs to be done, and acts with determination. This proactive mindset not only resolves issues but also builds confidence and resilience. Failure is an inevitable part of life, and responsibility requires owning your mistakes. No one is perfect, and even the most responsible individuals will falter at times. What sets a responsible man apart is his willingness to admit when he is wrong, learn from his errors, and make amends when necessary. He does not hide from his shortcomings or shift blame to others. Instead, he views failure as an opportunity for growth and improvement. This humility and self-awareness are integral to personal development, and earning the respect of others is closely tied to leadership. Whether in a formal position of authority or an informal role, a responsible man sets an example for others to follow. He leads by action, demonstrating what it means to be dependable, ethical, and committed. Leadership through responsibility is not about seeking power or recognition but about serving others and working toward a common good. A responsible leader inspires confidence and motivates those around him to take responsibility for their own actions as well. This creates a ripple effect, fostering a culture of accountability and shared purpose. Requires resilience and persistence. Taking on responsibility is rarely easy, and it often involves navigating difficulties, setbacks, or criticism. A responsible man does not give up when the going gets tough. Instead, he remains steadfast, drawing on his values and sense of purpose to guide him. He understands that responsibility is not about seeking perfection but about consistently striving to do what is right. This perseverance strengthens character and builds a legacy of trust and reliability. Also brings with it a profound sense of purpose and fulfillment. When a man takes responsibility, he moves beyond a life centered solely on his own needs and desires. He becomes part of something larger than himself, contributing to the well-being of others and the improvement of his community. This sense of contribution provides meaning and satisfaction that cannot be found in self-centered pursuits. Responsibility transforms life from a series of random events into a purposeful journey, one where a man can look back with pride at the positive impact he has made. In the end, responsibility is about ownership of your life, your actions, and your influence. It is not about perfection or avoiding mistakes but about striving to act with integrity, purpose, and care. A responsible man does not shy away from challenges or blame others for his difficulties. Instead, he embraces the opportunity to grow, to contribute, and to lead. Through responsibility, a man gains not only the respect of others but also the satisfaction of knowing he is living a life of value and significance. Responsibility is not a weight to bear but a privilege to embrace, a testament to a man's character and his commitment to making the most of his life.